Hello, guys. Welcome back to Christianity Reloaded. Today we are asking the question: why should people or Christians be Protestant or remain Protestant? And there's a one reason I know that some people that keep some people in Protestantism, and this one reason is that when if you're a Protestant, you can change church or update church as you update software, like your computer software. The old one is having problem. You just update it, put another software in it. That's what they do. They can change from being a Protestant means that they don't have a fixed, they don't have a fixed church. They can float. They can float like in water. They can move around. Protestantism gives you a way to move around, shop churches, negotiate where you're gonna, worship or identify as a Christian, a worship center, or Christian center, anything you call their, get together, their churches, For Protestant is always easy, because especially in this modern time, you can because there's thousands of churches identifying themselves as Protestants or Protestant churches, and because in Protestantism, it all depends on how you feel. They put more emphasis on feelings. If they go to any church, Protestant church, I feel like everything is great in this place. They don't care. They don't give damn about where they were worshiping before, where they were getting together before. They will move to that church. They will start to fellowship in that church, and this is how they roll. And this is one of the advantage for them why they should be Protestant. And when you look at the other side, why they should not be Protestant, you look at Protestant is all about the Bible, you know, and we know because sometimes the Protestants they don't know their history. Because they don't teach you their history properly. They don't even, some people who just Protestant, they never know that Protestantism started in 1500 by Martin Luther. They don't know, and their whole entire religion is based on a book, because their entire religion is Bible alone, which means everything about their religion is based on this book. But what they forget to know is that what they should ask themselves is that this book that you made your entire religion, how do you even know that the book is Word of God, that the Bible is Word of God? And if you ask any Protestant this question, how do they come to conclusion that the Bible is Word of God? Most of them will resort to feelings. You really, or they might ask you, they might be shocked that you're asking this question. They may be very shocked that you're asking them, how do you know that the Bible is Word of God? You know what I mean? And there is no rational way for a Protestant to answer this question, like how he come to the conclusion that the Bible is Word of God. But because the Bible they're using, it didn't come from heaven. And Jesus never said, tell any of his apostles, 12 apostles, to write a book when he was on earth. You cannot go anywhere in the Bible and show me where Jesus instructed his followers to write a book down. No. Because when Jesus was teaching, he was not using book to teach them. There's no place in the Bible when Jesus was with his apostles where they said, "Oh, he is carrying a book," and they read from that book and start teaching them the Bible. No, I'm not saying that you cannot find a place where Jesus went to the temple or synagogue and read portion of the Psalms or the Old Testament. But I'm talking about when he is with his apostles. He never, no book, nothing. None of his apostles is even carrying any book around. They don't need to. But because You build your entire religion about a book, about a particular book. And when you look around and be honest to yourself, and you see that the religion you're part of, you have there's no input. The Bible didn't come from Protestants. That's shock. That should shock every Protestant. That should be the main reason why some people will say, no, I'm not gonna be Protestants anymore. And there's a new religion as well. Because you cannot steal or borrow a book from somebody else and claiming that what the book is talking about it applies to you. Because sometimes when you see the Protestant how they move is that when they look at a passage in the Bible, like for instance when Jesus said go throughout the whole world, he was talking to his apostle and preach the good news and baptize them in the name of the Father and the Son and they take it as that Jesus is talking to them to go and preach. But no, even the same Bible said that how can someone preach if he's not sent? You know what I mean? If you are not sent, how can you preach? But they don't care. They will preach, because the book is available to them. And the only reason why we have Protestants today is because of the Bible becomes available to many people. Because for the past 1,000 years of the church, we don't have anything like Protestant. We have heretics, but they're not. They're not even basing their stuff in their heretical teaching on the Bible, because for them, then the Bible is not available to many people. Now. They cannot say, "Oh, this is the Bible." Talk to their followers, and the followers will not have access to. Most of them will not have access to the Bible, but because the technology have made Bible available, now it becomes a problem for the for Christianity, because people now use the Bible as a tool, to enrich themselves and to bring in a false teaching, and we see the what have come out of Protestantism. You see all these Jehovah's Witness, Mormon, these are the product of Protestantism. That's how we list people, because people assume they took power onto themselves to go and preach without being sent. You cannot preach without being sent. Thank you for watching. Peace.